All right, so this is 3637. We're going to finish up this last page. We might not do all of them, but let's see. So it says, how many chairs were added? What equation can you write to find the answer? All right, so the cafeteria has 225 chairs. New chairs were added last week. Before the chairs were added, there were only 180 chairs. How many chairs were added? So that's kind of confusing. How many chairs did they start with last week? How many chairs did they start with? Is that what they started with? Before the chairs were added, there were only, so there's 180. So go ahead and put 180. And then, do we know how many new chairs were added? So go ahead and put plus n, because we don't know how many were added. But then all together, they now have how many? 225. Okay. Now, on these types of problems, and we want to find out how many chairs were added. We're looking for this number right here. Now, there's a couple different ways that you can do it. One way is to say, well, I know this is 180 and this is 200. Does anybody know what I'd have to add to 180 to make 200? 20. So I'm going to set that aside. Okay. 20. Okay, I'm going to set it aside. So I know it's 20 to get to 200, but then how much further do I need to get to?
25.
So I'm going to add another 25. I think that's going to be our answer. 45. Okay. And here's the other way that you can do these types of problems. Okay. So here's the other way that I want you to know how to do it both ways. So one way is you can kind of add up 190, 200, that's 20, and then 25 more. Or if the number's on the opposite side, we could do the opposite. Instead of adding, we could subtract 180 from this number. So let's do that also. Again, I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to take 225 and I'm going to subtract 180. So this is the second way you can do it. And then, what's 5 minus 0? 5. Okay. Can I take 2 minus 8? No. So what do we have to do? We're going to pre-borrow, getting it from the 2, which becomes a 1. And now we can subtract. But I'm going to, again, add up to subtract. 8 to 10 is 2 plus 2 more? 4. So our answer is 45. So the new chairs is equal to 45. Alrighty. And then let's go ahead and look at this one. How much more does the polar bear weigh? So he weighs more, and this then is separating it. How much more does the polar bear weigh than the brown and giant panda combined? Who knows one thing I need to do? Chloe, what? Yes. So where's the panda bear? The polar bear. The polar bear is 960. 960 pounds. Okay. So you don't want to fight against him. All right. Then, so this is the polar bear. Then we're going to add the brown bear and the giant panda. What is the weight of the brown bear? What's the weight of the brown bear? 275. So I'm going to put it right here. Oops, I made a mistake. That's why we don't use pen. 275. And what's the weight of the giant panda? 195. Well, we want to see how much more the big panda weighs than these two combined. So what do I have to do right here first? We're going to add those. So 5 and 5 is 10. In fact, I'm going to carry my little 1 right here. Because that 9 and 1 makes a what? A 10 plus 7 more. What's 10 plus 7? 17. And carry 1. And then we've got 2, 3, 4. Okay. So now there's one more step involved. I want to find out how much more is this than this. Who knows the final step that we need to do? Estelle? Subtract. Very good. So we're going to take it over here. And we're going to subtract the 470. So 0 minus 0 is 0. Can I take 6 minus 7? No. And I said I was going to move chairs today, and I may near the end of the period. So I have to pre-borrow, getting it from here. And then, who knows what that is? 9. Very good. 7 to 10 is 3, plus 6 more to get to 16. 3 and 6 is 9. And then 8 minus 4 is 4. And it says, how can you use estimation to see if your answer is reasonable? Well, we're going to use estimation. Let's take these final numbers right here, 960 minus and we're going to round it to this place. Okay. Now, is this closer to a 9 or a 10? 10. But remember, we have to put 2 zeros past that. So 10. In fact, this is where I rounded. I'm going to put 2 more zeros. Then is this one closer to 4 or 5? 5. And it's really 5 with what here? 2 zeros, 500. So that's like 1000. Is it going to be 900 or 1000? So 1000. And then 500. And then subtract. So it's 500, yeah. Because 10 minus 5, can we do that in our head? What's 10 minus 5? 500. Is that pretty close to our real answer? Yes. Yes. So how can you use estimation to check that your answer is reasonable? We just did it. So, and by the way, let me see. How much more up here? I'm going to say, is this pounds? 490. This is the abbreviation for pounds more. That's not a full sentence, but it has a little labeling. So 490 pounds more. In fact, I don't see one of the answers here. I see the 490 at the bottom, but I don't see where 225 is coming from. I don't know. That's not right, though. Okay. So, yes.
On the top, it's on the second one, it says plus, but on the side next to
Are you talking about this one?
no, down. It says plus, and so it says as plus.
Well, because we had to add the brown bear and the giant panda, because we want to see how big was the panda compared to the weight of both of those. So you have to add them both. Chloe, yes?
It says 225 on the top.
Yeah, but that 225, I must have written that down from there, but it's not the right answer. Our answer is 45. Anyway, did everybody get this? Set this aside, and I'll come around and just check it off in a little bit. Okay. Did everybody get this one?
Yes.
Okay. So we're going to start the review. We're going to do this. Okay. Can you come here, sweetie, and get it? Come on over. Esteban, did you get it? The review? Okay. Okay. There you go. Okay. Alrighty. So we're probably going to do part of this today. I don't think you're going to have any homework, and then we're going to finish it up tomorrow, and then you're going to have a test on Thursday. Yeah, so tomorrow's our short day, so we've got to get a lot done. So here we go. Estimate by rounding to the nearest 10. Which digit is the 10, the 8, or the 5? The 8. So let's round it right here. And here's the 10. The 9s are the 1s. Okay. So are we going to write? Yes, ma'am. Okay, come here, sweetie. Yeah, if you don't have it, and we're working on it, please come get it. Is this closer to 80 or 90? 90. So put a 90. Ugh. I just goofed. So it's 90 minus, is this closer to 40 or 50? Do you not have one?
90.
Should be 90. All right. So is this closer to 40 or 50? What? 50. Okay. What's 90 minus 50? Can we do that in our head?
40.
The answer is 40. Is that answer there? Right there. We can cross it off. Let's round this one. Does everybody have that? We're going to round. Okay. And who's absent today? Okay, Francisco. What's that? Sophie and Jane. Okay. Okay. Then, okay, shh. Then let's round this one to the nearest 10 and this one to the nearest 10. Is this one closer to 30 or 40? Because that's so big, we can round it up to 40. Is this one closer to 20 or 30? 20, because that's so tiny. It's not big enough to round. And I could have also written it here. So now what is 40 minus 20?
20.
And that answer's there, easy peasy. Then let's round, we're going to round these to the nearest 100. Which number is the nearest 100? The what? The little. The middle is the tens. It's the 7. That's the hundreds. Is that closer to 700 or 800? 700, because that's so tiny, it can't round it. So 700 minus, now we're getting hundreds is right here. Is that going to be closer to 100 or 200? 200. What is that answer? And is that answer there? Yes. Then let's go ahead and round. Which digit is the 100? The 4. Yes. We already did, yes. Okay, and then let's go to this next one. Okay. All right, so here's the hundreds. The 3 is the hundreds. Is this closer to 400 or 500?
500.
500 minus. Is this closer to 300 or 400?
400.
Good job.
It's 100.
So the final answer is?
100.
You are all right. Good job. And cross that one out. We're going to make an A on the test. Okay. If you understand everything here, you should make an A. Then, so this one just says rounded to the, well, we're going to use our regular rounding. So put this, because I think when they say front end, they're just saying, don't round anything, just make it 300. But that makes it really low. So we're not going to do that. Is this going to be 300 or 400?
400.
400. Minus, is that 200 or 300? Very good. Okay.
200.
The answer is 200. Okay, it's not there, don't worry, because what they did on the front end, I'll tell you, they don't round anything. They just say 3 minus 2 is 100, but this is closer to 200. So it would be this one. So just change that. Okay. Then I just took that 100 made it 200. That's our answer. All right. Then we're not going to do front end. We're going to round it to the front number, but we're actually going to round it. Is this closer to 800 or 900? Good job. Is this closer to 200 or 300?
300.
Very good. You're getting so good with your rounding. And that answer is what?
500.
It is 500. So again, all they did when they do their front end rounding, they go 8 minus 2 is 6. That's all they do. But we actually try to get it to the closest number. In fact, if I did that, so hold on a second. So this comes to 500. Now I'm going to actually, okay, I'm stop. I'm going to actually, hold on just a second. I'm going to actually do that problem so you can see. Let me get my little calculator out. So that is, let me clear this. It is 812 minus 284. Okay. And if you look at it, if we really did it, the answer is 528. What is closer, 500 or 600? 500. So it's better that we really do the true rounding because a front end is not accurate. So it is 500. So now we're going to go ahead and we are going to line up these numbers right here. So it says subtract using partial differences. We're not doing that. So if you have paper, great. If not, line these up nice and neat. 627 minus 565. And you can't write real big if you're going to do it here. In fact, I'm going to set up the first three. So leave a little tiny space so where we borrow or carry. So this is going to be 4, 3, 7 minus 1, 4, 7. Again, write tiny. So on this one, I'm going to put 3, 3, 8, 3 minus 3, 2, 5. Okay. And let's go back and do these. Do you want to try to do them by yourselves?
Yes.
So you go ahead and I'll be doing mine, but I won't be saying a word. You just go ahead and start doing yours. What's that? No, sweetie. We're going to stay at our seats because then we're going to set up some others. Can you not see? Will you still be able to see the overhead?
Yeah.
Okay. I wish it was. Can barely see. Yeah, turn it off then. They can barely see. We'll just go ahead and do it. Let's do this together. So 7 minus 5 is what? 2. Okay. Can I take 2 minus 6?
No.
No, because it's a small minus a big. I can't do it. And by the way, make sure your borrowing in this class is very nice. Just put a little diagonal, and we're getting it from the 6, which becomes a 5. Now this is a double. It is 6 because 6 and 6 is 12, or 12 minus 6 is 6.
It's 62.
It's not 62, sweetie.
Yes, it is.
Oh, I see what you're saying. That's the final answer. I thought you were saying this is 62 here. Yeah, and then 5 minus 5 is nothing, so I don't need to put anything. And it is 62. Is that our answer? Yes. All right, done. Then 7 minus 7? 0. Can I take a small minus a big? No. Can I take a small number? No, I cannot. I have to borrow, and when I'm borrowing, it's actually really not a 1, it's like 10. But I'm putting it like this, and then I'm getting it from the 4, which becomes a 3. Who thinks they know? 13 minus 4. Yeah, in fact, if that were 14, 14 minus 4 is 10, but we've got one less than 14. Or 4 to 10 is 6, plus 3 more is 9. And then 3 minus 1 is 2. Good job. So most of the test is going to be on subtraction. Did you get it, Emmanuel? They're all done? Okay, awesome. Good job. And then, can I take 3 minus 5? Oh, by the way, that answer was there. Okay. So I have to pre-borrow, getting it from the 8, which becomes a 7. And then, does anybody know 13 minus 5? It is 8. 5 to 10 is 5 plus 3 more. 5 and 3 is 8, so that's 13 minus 8.
5. The next one's 5.
Yeah, 7 minus 2, very good, is 5. And 33 minus 3, if you want to put anything. So our final answer is 58. How much? Oh, we have a lot to do. Oh my God. Okay. So, all right. So let's go ahead and line up these. Well, you cannot do it like that. You have to. It's called lining them up or aligning them to the right. Okay, but I don't mean for y'all to line up. I'll go ahead and write this one. I better not say that again then, huh? Oh, that's funny. Okay, shh. Okay, all right. Let's go ahead and write the last one. Okay. Okay. Are we ready to go?
No.
Okay, I'll give you another minute. Let me see how much we're going to. Okay, shh, quiet. You don't have to say yes twice. Who is still writing? Raise your hand. All right. So let's go back to this one. Can I take, Emmanuel, can I take 0 minus 2? So we have to pre-borrow, getting it from the what? Which becomes a, very good. Okay, shh, you don't have to say something 3 times. So 10 minus 2 is what? Is 8. Then can I take a small minus a big? So I'm going to pre-borrow, trying not to put that 1 over here. So I put it here, makes it a 12, 12 minus 4. But I have to get it from somewhere. Where am I getting that 1 from? From the 4, which becomes a 3. And if it runs into your other number that's already written, that's okay. All right, so 4 to 10 is, yeah, 4 to 10 is 6, plus 2 more is 8. Very good. And 3 minus 3 is nothing, so I think we're done. It is 88. Then, we're going to do these 2, and then I'm going to let you do these by yourself. Okay? So, let's finish this one. 9 minus 2 is what? Is 7. Can I take 4 minus 9?
No.
So I'm going to pre-borrow, getting it from, which becomes a 6, and then 14 minus 9.
5.
Very good. 9 to 10 is 1, plus 4 more is 5. Good job. 6 minus 4 is 2. You guys are getting to be great subtractors. But now, here's one that you might have forgotten about.
I know.
Okay. Can I take 5 minus 8?
No.
Okay, now don't say anything yet. I'm going to pre-borrow. Who knows where we're getting it from?
80.
Oh my goodness. Good job. I just got math goosebumps. So we're not getting it from 0. We're not getting it from 8. We're getting it from 80, which becomes a 79. Then 8. Who knows what 15 minus 8 is?
7.
Yeah. 8 to 10 is 2. Plus 5 more. 2 and 5 is 7.
And then 9 is 0.
Is 0. 9 minus 9 is 0. 7 minus 6 is 1. And that answer is there. Okay. Well, if you got 2, it's probably because you didn't make this a 7, 9. Okay.
I did that, but.
All right. So, girls and boys, we don't have a lot of time left. Because I have to give you paper for these, don't do those. You can work together quietly to do these 6. Now listen carefully. If you can get, like tomorrow we'll estimate, then find the exact difference. If you could find the exact difference on 22, 23, and 24. So that would be, and then we'll do the rest of them tomorrow. So that's going to be 9 problems. These 3, you can skip these, skip, and then these 3. Try to get those done. Skip this one, sweetie, this one, and this one. Okay?
That's 8, but I counted 9.
Then I'm missing an answer. So if you find it, let me know. Okay. All right, I'm going to come around for those.
So, do you want us to do these 4